Thompson felt he had to finalize the negotiation in 2 days. Turner tried hard to convince him that more time might be required, but Thompson only added 1 day to their stay, assuring Turner,
"I'm good at this. Just watch and learn."
Fully believing only 2 days would be needed, Thompson also scheduled other meetings for the 3-day visit. Sadly, Thompson lacked the business skills and the advanced business negotiation capability necessary to conclude deals in China. On day 1, Thompson and Turner met Liu Baoping, Zhang Huai, and Ping Ming. Liu spoke reasonable English, but the other two spoke no English. The morning was spent drinking tea, with discussion focused on happy clothing capability. Thompson attempted to turn the conversation to business requirement, but the Chinese negotiation team did not seem interested. Soon after, the Australian team was ushered to lunch, followed by a 90-minute drive to the company factory. After an impressive and thorough tour of the facilities, they were driven back to the central Beijing for a 5 p.m. banquet dinner. The timing seemed peculiar to Thompson and increased his frustration with the day's proceedings. Discussion began next morning. The Chinese knew a lot about Basno and its competitors, which impressed Turner immensely, as he had not come across this approach in India. It also increased his confidence about Happy Crossing's ability to meet their needs.
The Chinese team confirmed they could meet Basino volume and price requirement. The deal means that Basino landed cost for a fully tailored women's suit was $20. The little price of $150 means potentially high profits. However, a problem arose when Happy Clothing identified its term of trade. It was keen to maximize its foreign currency holding, as this would lead to consensus from the government with service control of their business. For this lesson, the contract was conditional on Basino managing distribution of Happy Clothing menswear in Australia. Thompson refused that, but the Chinese remained firm that no deal could be negotiated otherwise. Turner, meanwhile, believed that warehouse could easily accommodate more stock. He saw an opportunity to increase sales and profit by distributing this product or as an alternative. The opportunity to subcontract their distribution to another company and make a profit as middleman. Thompson remained indignant, and so did the Chinese.
Turner, however, encouraged Thompson to reconsider this option and to calculate the gains of both $20 women's suits and the subcontracting of distribution, together with the option of continuing to manufacture suits in Australia. Eventually, Thompson consented, as long as the cost of the suits made the venture feasible. Although Yi had said nothing on the day 1 of negotiation, at lunch on day 2, she told Turner that she thought the negotiation was going well.
"I think they like you, but I don't think they like Thompson."
The afternoon session became more focused on the Happy Clothing rather than the Bassano contract, further infuriating Thompson, who made no attempt to disguising his feeling. Knowing that the negotiation would take 3 days, Turner decided to provide Happy Clothing with information on required sites and fabric considerations for an Australian market before moving on to what Bassano required. The Chinese were very pleased with this. At the end of day 2, Turner felt confident that a deal would be struck, but Thompson believed that only Happy Clothing would benefit by gaining access to the Australian menswear market. As Thompson had another meeting on day 3 and possibly would not be able to attend the final stage of the negotiation, he provided Turner with the required agreement and conditions that include the term for a written contract. The talks on the 3rd day were slow. Turner was able to negotiate a price on happy clothing menswear that would allow healthy profit for Bassano, even were it to subcontract the distribution to another company. Bassano's contract was more difficult, however, not because of price or volume requirements, but because of contract was to include payment penalty applicable where certain terms not be met. The Chinese told Turner that, not being usual practice, this would be difficult to accept. They gave Turner their words that they would meet his requirements, but he told them that he was not able to negotiate a contract minus those penalty stipulations. Thompson was able to return to the negotiation, and he exploded when Turner told him that they were having a problem with the written contract. Thompson standing up and pointed at Liu, one of the Chinese negotiators, and said with a heated emotion,
Now listen, I've been waiting 3 days for a yes or no answer, and we keep going around the block, giving more to you as we go. We leave tomorrow and want your commitment now. No more negotiations. If you can't do it, then we'll find someone else. There are millions of people like you here, and if you don't deliver, we'll piss you off and find someone else. It's as simple as that. Just let us know, yes or no.
Turner looked at the Chinese and knew that the negotiation was over. Their expression had become stern and cold. Liu left the room, and the other two Chinese talked together quietly. Then, Liu returned about 20 minutes later and said,
We will have to consider this. We cannot make a decision now.
meaning that no deal. The Chinese then packed up their things, said goodbye, and left the room. Turner's comments to Thompson was,
You blew it, mate.
A week after returning to Australia, Thompson realized that the offer of happy clothing distribution would be a good opportunity after all, and decided to contact Liu. Turner then asked Thompson not to do so, saying that he would contact Liu instead, as he had established a good relationship with him. Thompson refused his offer, determined to salvage this situation by himself. Then the Chinese response was,
We are not able to do business with you at this time.
2 months later, a further approach met with the same reply. 3 months after his visit to China, Turner left Bassano, which was then looking in South Korea for an alternative manufacturing base.